I wanted to talk about this for a while after the 2018 PFA playoffs began, and I finally got time to talk about it. So, of course, as you all know, I run these two football leagues for several years now, PFA and UFL. PFA, God, I first made that in October of 2015, I believe it was. October or November of 2015. And that started in the 2016 season, and it's in near the end of the 2018 season. Whereas UFL, I made back in like August, September, October of 2016. I announced it on YouTube in February 2017. It's in the 2020 season still. Now, unlike my other leagues, DCFL and NAFL, I put more detail into these two leagues than the other two. And I've done it for several years now, and I'm going to most likely change the formula of how I do the videos after their upcoming seasons. Starting in 2021 for UFL and 2019 for PFA, because yep, we still haven't even gotten to 2019 yet in PFA. That's how backwards we are still. And that's largely the reason why, because the way I do the videos just takes too long. I mean, in UFL's case, at least I'm still up to date with the current year. The current year is 2020. The current UFL season is 2020. But even that is still taking a lot longer than it did in previous years. God, I'll be surprised. I'm actually I'm simulating the Week 9 games of UFL's 2020 season. But I'll be surprised if I get the season done in time before 2020 ends. That would actually be a first, I believe, where I do not finish a season in time for the UFL based upon its actual year. And then the PFA? Oh God. Look how backwards that is. Let's see, the 2016 season, I started simulating that in January of 2016, and it ended in September of 2016. Like a month after the regular season would begin if it was based on real life. Then in 2017, I began on the exact time, September of 2017. I did not finish simulating until I believe it was October of 2018. Well over a year after the season was supposed to end. And then this season, 2018, I did not begin simming that until August of last year. And here we are deep into September, and I still haven't even finished simulating the playoffs yet. And it's going to be almost 2 years behind by the time we get into 2019, and most likely would be. Like, PFA is being way, way far behind. And it's really bugging me. And of course, all the work I put into it, I just don't really feel like doing all the work as much anymore as I've done over the last few years. I put so much work into PFA and UFL, and I just don't feel like I'm not enjoying it as much as I used to. Like, I take a lot longer to do this stuff. I just don't feel like doing it. It takes me hours and hours and hours. Usually, hell, lately now it's taking like a month for me to do the videos, whereas beforehand when they were lesser quality, I get them done like in less than a week or so. It's really annoying, and that's why I'm thinking about starting in 2021 for UFL and 2019 for PFA. I'm going to try and start doing more of the formula I'm doing with like DCFL and NAFL. I just don't know yet how am I going to do that yet, though. I don't know if I should do the leagues as I do DCFL, where I still do a weekly video, but as you see on DCFL, where I show all the games at once, and those videos take like 10 minutes to make. Now, the layout and simming the games would probably take longer because it's more games, and the games, because after a few years in, teams are a lot more lopsided than they would be at the start of the league's existence. It would take longer, but I'm sure it would be much quicker than the results right now. Like in PFA, I probably won't do like the not the score bugs, the game bug where I show like the weather, the stadium, the records, and all that. I probably wouldn't do the score bug where I write down like all the stats and all that. I'd probably just talk about the stuff and such. It would be more like DCFL and UFL. That's one idea, do it like the DCFL. The other idea is maybe do it like the NAFL, where I simulate the season and I talk about results afterwards. That would probably work more for UFL. Not so much for PFA though. I'm just not sure what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna keep doing the normal formula right now for PFA and UFL. So PFA, I'm gonna still do the playoff games like I've done so far, each game at a time. I'm gonna do like my predictions of the PFA Bowl 3 once the games match aside. Do a video of the title game. I'm gonna do a video showing the 2019 draft. I'm gonna do a timeline video. I'm gonna do the records, and I'm gonna do my division recap where I talk about each division and how they did and what can they do next year to do better. I'm still gonna do all that, but after that, that's it. I don't know what I'm gonna do in 2019. And UFL, I'm still gonna do the weekly videos. Then all the playoff games from each week. My timeline video, and then move on to set up the next year's setup. So I guess we'll have to wait and see. PFA will be the first one to most likely get unless UFL does a massive turnaround and gets done much, much sooner. But I doubt that. PFA is almost done. UFL still has halfway of their season to go still. So we'll see on that. But I gotta really downgrade the quality if PFA and UFL are gonna catch up and get ahead of real life, which I kind of would like. So see you in 2021 and in 2019 for PFA and UFL to see how the leagues will be different by then.